Let's talk back to school, and I'm going to be cutting straight to the chase. Before you start looking at your Amazon cart and your wish list, go clean your room. Not to sound like your mother or anything, make sure you have a nice clean slate before you start anything. First of all, tackle your drawers, organize all of your existing stationery, do swatches to make sure that your pens and pencils and your highlighters they still work. And if they don't, for the love of God, throw them out. You do not need your emotional support pen from 5th grade at this point in life. Next up, tackle your makeup or your skincare section. If this is something you'll reach for every day, you need to make sure it's nice and accessible. And it's just kind of the perfect recipe for a hassle-free morning. Next up, please make sure your wardrobe is all nice and clean and organized. And while you're at that, iron your clothes as well for the first day of school. I feel like this is all for the physical organization, and if you want to do some digital organization, you could definitely delete all of your unnecessary things and throw out all of your previous folders. But I did that the second my school ended, so I have one less step to do this time. Now that you have a clear idea of what you already have, make a list, and this is crucial. Now, first of all, get a bag. Now, please get one with shoulder straps, as in go for a backpack and not a tote bag, because you do not want to be hauling around 28 kgs on one shoulder. And a pro tip is, if you're in grade 12 or in A levels or about to finish school, ask yourself this: do you really need a new bag, or could you just repurpose an old one? Because this is what I'm doing this time. You never know, your style evolves, things change, and then you wouldn't actually use the new bag. So it's better to just take that money and use it somewhere else. Now that we have our bag sorted out, let's move on to things inside it, such as stationery. I feel like the only things you ever need in stationery are pens, pencils, markers, erasers, sharpeners, highlighters, and sticky notes. So you could definitely go ahead for the cute, aesthetic, bunny Korean ones, or you could just get the simple ones which get the job done as well. And then when it comes to notebooks, I feel like you should wait till your teachers let you know what kind of books you need. But again, that is definitely something which is up to you. Next up, curating your emergency kit. You could get a pouch, you could just put it in the front of your school bag, that's up to you. But what you do need inside it are hair ties, bobby pins, gum, deodorant, sunscreen, and just make sure that this pouch is something which embodies you and has everything you could ever need in a school day. What I like doing is that I kind of like adding a salty, sweet, or a tangy treat inside as well, because you never know. Sometimes you feel like your blood sugar is skyrocketing and sometimes it's on the floor. So I feel like it's nice having something to put some life back into your soul. And I've also added some pictures on the screen so you can just kind of get a few ideas of what other people put in their emergency kits. Next up, planning. You could go towards the digital route and use Notion, planners, or get apps. I like it the physical way because I think it's nice not having to put everything on a screen and not completely relying on the screen. And I won't have an excuse to switch my laptop on first thing in the morning. The only thing I'm doing though, I'm just making a monthly calendar overview like this, but I'm not going to be making habit trackers and like food logs and bingo cards, because realistically you don't have time for that in school. And then I'm just gonna make my to-do lists as I go every day, and if it's a jam-packed week, then I might think of just making a weekly overview, but that's just gonna be on paper. It's very cost effective. And moving on, we have routines, and this is a very iffy one. I mean, there's no one routine which could fit for everybody. Straight off, we all have different school timings, and I guess you could get really creative with that. And I have a feeling mine is going to be diabolical, and it's going to look something like this. I wake up at 5 and then I come back home at 3:20. So technically all of that time I'm going to assume that I'm in school. Then from 4 to 5 I have chemistry class. From 5 to 6 I have dedicated bio lessons, and then from 6 to 7 I have my physics class. So I don't know how I'm supposed to squeeze in school homework, but this is all tutoring classes, the chemistry, physics, and bio. So I don't know how I'm supposed to squeeze in this whole homework, but we'll get there eventually, it's fine. Now, last but definitely not the least is kind of an action plan on what you should do right now. I feel like you should attempt to get ahead. There is no better feeling than going in school than already knowing a bit of what the teachers are going to teach you. And I feel like your first few days are so focused on getting your routine fixed up There's no way you're going to be studying on the first day. But again, it's great to have hope. And I feel like you should just kind of have like a little look on your book materials, what you're going to be studying. And if it's a class you're going to be self-studying for, then honestly I'd recommend that you just start. If it's something you do completely by yourself, just start. I feel like you've had enough of a break. We need to get on our gears because we need to make sure that this year is a very productive and a very academically lock-in kind of year. And it might be senior year for a lot of us, so we need to make sure we give it our all. And if you've made it this far in the video, then I'm gonna assume that you found some sort of important or some sort of interesting thing here, which is why you decided to stick around. I would like you to stick around even further by subscribing my channel, and I think it's something you should do because I'm going to be posting or attempting to post every single day. I think you had a look at my routine and I am genuinely like baffled at what I'm supposed to do. But I'm going to be posting study motivation, and you can go on my channel right now and you'll see a bunch of study motivation and study time lapses and study stuff on it already, including study vlogs. So I'd love it if you stick around. And that's pretty much what I would say is the back to school guide. I didn't include vision boards and Pinteresty stuff because that's what it is at the end of the day. This is all aesthetic. You don't need aesthetic stuff to get you through school. You need real stuff. And I'm going to assume that is what I provided you with for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day ahead, and I hope you crush the school year.